These people like to put the truth in your face so they don't have to suffer the consequences of karma.
Check out this thing! It's some kind of petrified witch found in a cave in Romania. First, why would you even go to Romania?
Kalau berada di posisi saya, guys, lihat ada gohgor memanjat, ada dua gohgor.
What's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you're watching any TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. But I did have to go ahead and give a shout out to Joe Frisbee. Shout out to Nanny and Gavin. Shout out to Gigi's God's Girl. Shout out to Nels Babes 8289. Appreciate all y'all. I love y'all collective. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Does this look fake to you? These people like to put the truth in your face so they don't have to suffer the consequences of karma. And that shit right there looks too real. Now, this is not the only video I've seen like this. But out of every video that I've seen like this one looks exactly too real. Now I want to know what y'all think, because they...
I ain't gonna lie, that very first one, I mean, damn. Imagine waking up seeing some shit like that outside your window.
Look how advanced these robots out of China are at the moment. They've just taught them advanced kung fu and martial arts. They're focusing on fluid movement, and this is the best I've seen so far. Like, look how well this thing moves, jumping, doing flips in the air. It's just everything. It's the most advanced kung fu I've seen in a robot so far. These things are scary, but also, is it a good idea to teach these robots kung fu? Ugh.
I don't think it's a good idea to teach these robots nothing.
This girl is able to do something superhuman in this video. I see many videos of people caught doing the reptilian blinking, but this girl does it in this video. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments.
Fellas, what you doing if you bring her, you meet her, y'all vibing, y'all really starting to like each other, and you catch her do some shit like that? We already went over the shape shifting in the face. What you doing when you see her eyes slit like that? What you doing? You staying with her? You letting her go? Let me know what y'all doing. What if she come out and tell you that's... Bro, that's a whole nother topic, bro. That's a whole nother topic. Damn, they hauling ass. I don't know what... Find the backstory.
Okay, so I know the official reason why they camouflage cell towers as trees, cactuses. They put them on the top of churches. They'll put them in front of community centers. They'll hide them in these things that they actually have, you know, billboards on. Even bricks. You think those are bricks? They're not bricks. I know the official story why they do it, but it can't help make me wonder if there's something else going on as well. Now, it wouldn't be so bad if this was the only thing we had to watch out for, but we also are talking about GMOs, microplastics, pesticides, herbicides, and all the
What in the hell happened to Oprah?
I don't think you guys understand. This was an explosion in Miami yesterday. Just so happened, a warehouse blew up. This was an explosion that happened in New Jersey yesterday. Again, another warehouse just magically blew up. And then I'm getting word that this hospital had to be shut down, which is the largest U.S. military hospital outside of the United States, serving American military personnel. And what I'm being told is there are tons of American soldiers being brought in, bodies on bodies on bodies. So much so that they had to shut down the labor and delivery ward because it was full of American soldiers. If you think that these things are just coincidental or that our American media is telling the truth, man, you better wake up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to send you to the comment section so people can fill you in of what's taking place, because there's some stuff that I'm just not allowed to say on here.
Shit don't gotta be like this, man.
So y'all were willing to accept that someone could wear someone's whole face, get on stage, accept an award, give a speech, or that the Jim Carrey, who has stated that he's not worried about aging, he does not care what he looks like, got plastic surgery, knowing that he's known for his face and his facial expressions, and now it looks like he can't even move his face. But the idea of him possibly wearing prosthetics or being a clone is where you draw the line. The government loves people like you. Allegedly. People that believe any narrative they put out, they'll hear a story and they'll just sit and wait for their opinion to be formed for them by someone they hear on the TV or their favorite celebrity to tell them how to think and how to feel. But if somebody questions it, if they critically think like something seems off, his eye color is different, his mannerisms, he's writing with the wrong hand, he's always mocked award shows and now he's just so happy to be there. And then in the interviews after the show, he or whoever it was said that my favorite funny face is the one I'm wearing right now. What does that mean? My first thought was prosthetics because he's done that his entire career. Other people were saying clone, and then I saw comments about tinfoil and 5150s. And I'm not saying if I believe that theory or not, but I'm saying I can listen to theories without fully adopting or fully rejecting them. A skill more of us need, because the way y'all run to defend a narrative without even considering any other alternatives is wild. So in the defense of my tinfoil hat family, I want to remind y'all that we were told that cloning was possible with Dolly the sheep in 1997. Paris Hilton and other celebs have since cloned their animals. But when it comes to humans, 30 years later, that's just out of the realm of possibilities. Scientists have claimed to figure it out too, but their research gets debunked, like Clonade or the one in Korea. They say that they use cloning for stem cell purposes, but none of those get implanted. So clearly the technology exists, but we're crazy for even thinking about it. They banned it because they said that the babies were being born with birth defects, which actually tracks, because if you saw my video yesterday, and yes, I'm plugging it because it took a long time to edit, and I'm pretty sure that it got suppressed only because I added one clip of Jim Carrey describing what our bodies can do. But if these people are clones, the defects are definitely defecting. And science evolves, y'all. I don't see how y'all feel like we have flying cars, but they just stopped looking into being able to clone humans. Especially when the logic is there, like the Britney Spears theories. Back in 2007, I wouldn't know, I wasn't born, but people said that they heard on the radio reports that Britney Spears passed away in a car accident. And then they backtracked and it was never spoken of again. Again, this is alleged. I don't know. I wasn't there. But if it were true, right, just think about all the money that the record label and the families would have made. This stuff makes sense. The only way it wouldn't make sense if you don't want it to make sense. I'm always getting off topic. I just don't shut up. But back to Alexis Stone. Y'all are so willing to accept any narrative y'all see. If you notice, I actually put his video in my video because I saw it while I was editing. I didn't really care because all of the points I made still stood it, but I knew I was going to get so many comments about him. So, and since then, Jim Carrey's team has said that was not Alexis Stone. That was him. That was Jim Carrey. To all the people who were so confident that it was Alexis, like it was some sort of gotcha moment to all the conspiracy theorists, y'all can eat my shorts. But this is a social experiment. What else could it be?
Do I have your attention now?
Damn, this the cartel. They out there digging up the highways and roads so can't leave. Hey, that get back come with consequences, I guess. But these y'all people, I'm a little confused. Like, why they doing it to the civilians, but on funnel grave? Shit is crazy.
Damn, I'm curious to why they are doing that to their own citizens.
These aren't normal clouds. You can see the windows. It's a ship. See them? They're round, circular windows right there. You can see the smooth surface. These clouds right here, clouds at the top, there's some kind of a white ship cloaked in them. And you can see the windows right there in the center. Some kind of a UFO ship.
In all honesty, we've been telling y'all that something has been coming to California for years. And if this right here isn't proof, man, I don't know what to tell y'all. Because homes are going for as low as $100 in California now. This is crazy. Riverside County is preparing for one of its most significant real estate events of the year as nearly 1,000 properties head to public online auction this April. I mean, are y'all really trying to stay in California? Who's really trying to stay in California with everything that we hear about California? People trying to get out of California. But hey, if you're trying to buy some houses for $100, yo, all you need to do is go to bidforassets.com, register by April 20th, and you need at least $5,000 in your checking account, and that's it. And you can get a house for $100, bro. This right here shows you how bad the system is, man. They might as well. That's why I say the Great Reset is here, man, because ain't no way, man, for $100. How did y'all let it get this bad, man? Mortgage payments through the roof, interest rates are through the roof, and good luck finding a company that's going to insure your house because nobody got that anymore, right? This world is crumbling right before our eyes, man. But y'all see it, man. Let me know down in the comments below. Let's continue to get this shit. Peace in.
They look like they just be having fun up there doing that shit.
Kalau berada di posisi saya, guys, lihat ada gohgor memanjat. Ada 2 gohgor. Kemana itu liuran? Nggak tahu gelang kanap. Dia tarik nepi.
This why you don't go around in the woods. You don't know what the out there. We ain't seen most of the world. And they ain't really tripping anyway. Shit, it's really 50-50. Them niggas grew up in the woods. They ain't never seen no 3-piece school combo. You better fight his ass, boy.
Stop playing around.
There is something massive that's currently taking place on the planet right now. I know you guys can feel the energy, right? But did you guys hear about the 2, not 1, 2 giant oarfish that were caught off the coast of Mexico and Cabo? These things came on shore. These ladies were walking around and they seen these flashy things. And these giant oarfish came on shore looking at the ladies. These things.
Believe my eyes. It was something out of like a fiction movie. I had never seen anything like it before, and I just remember thinking, like, is this real? And honestly, when I saw the second one, I got a little nervous. I'm like, what's going on? There's 2. It was in Cabo. We saw something in the distance. It was flashing, and it was really bright. And when we saw them up close, it was like nothing we've seen before, so we were like, this can't be real. My sister, she just cannot stand anything in pain.
And somehow barely anybody is speaking about this, man. For those who don't know, these are oarfish. And oarfish are also known as doomsday fish. And historically speaking, they show up before some big energy shifts or some cataclysmic event that's getting ready to take place. And now you not see just 1, but 2 giant oarfish. The crazy thing is, these giant oarfish, they move like sea serpents, like snakes, right? And we just left the year of the dragon, which is another snake, the wood snake. And astrologically speaking, we just shifted out of the age of Pisces, which are the 2 fish. And then you have these 2 giant fish, these doomsday fish. There is something coming for America, y'all, because this makes no sense whatsoever. But then again, it does make sense. I told y'all, there's an energy in the air and everybody feels it. But let me know what you guys think about the video, y'all, man, because these are the only things that really talk about. These are the harbingers of change, y'all. Big shifts on the way. The shift is here, man. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Y'all with them? Y'all against them?
Things humans were never meant to see.
Your body is the earth, and if you don't think so, you can stay lost in the matrix. The body is a piece of technology that runs a simulation to your consciousness. We never truly encounter the external world. Everything we feel, we touch, is the brain's interpretation of electrical signals going through our nervous system. We don't hear with our ear. What we hear is our brain's interpretation of the vibration entering our ear. You touch, taste, smell, hear, and see with your brain. Reality is a simulation produced by the physical body. The mainstream media wants you to think that you are inside this universe and you are experiencing the universe. But in fact, you are the universe creating the universe right now. They want you to think reality was created and now you're just experiencing it, when in fact it's the complete opposite. Reality is not fixed, it's malleable. We, as a collective, change and generate the universe. Creation is never ending. Your mind, emotions, thoughts, all of these things exist outside of time, space, and matter. Your higher consciousness uses the body as a vessel to interact with the 3D world. This is why the occult says mind over matter, the internal world controlling the external world. Do not let the external world control you.
This dude is the definition of all unbrainwashed Americans right now.
U.S. did not engage in war. Trump engaged in war. We told him to stop. We told him to sit his rabbit ass down. We still trying to deal with what he did in them damn files. And he over here starting war. Sit your ass down.
Ruffling some feathers, bro.
You can't make this up. Like we just found apples. There's more oranges over there. We're on a beach walk, y'all, and an apple, like a good apple, hasn't been eaten. It's for us. This is crazy. It's the craziest God thing.
Somebody tell her no. She already start going crazy, biting the shit off that damn apple. You see half of it gone already, bro? Man, that's a damn offering. I would think, look, all the shit that's out there that we have kind of known that's out there, and all the shit we don't know that's out there, bro, leave it there. You supposed to wash it off, not with salt water, not with the water that come from the damn ocean. No, bro, wash that shit off, clean your fruit, and then eat it. She ate. Oh my God, peopling, bro. Oh my God. What if that was an offering and now you can't eat? What y'all think it was? Let me know. Spam it up.
Wiz Khalifa just came out and said why he feel they took Jim Carrey from us. Who is they, nigga? What you know we don't know. Cause we know you in the industry.
They saying they got Jim. He do look different though, I ain't gonna lie. Like to me is the real Jim Carrey got a little bit ahead of himself. He got a little out of control. He was talking too much. So they had to snatch him and they had to put their Jim Carrey in his place so that he can give out the right message that they want people to hear.
For real though, it's not even his looks that's off. I mean his gestures, his whole energy, his demeanor, it's just not Jimmy. I seen people talking about he gained weight, he getting older. Oh, no. That ain't Bruce Almighty. The Mask. Another no. Wiz. Man, chill out, my boy. I don't know why you on stream doing all that. You doing too much. Shut up.
It was just a in Austin, Texas. They are saying that this is a sleeper cell from Iran. But what make it really weird is, why would the shooter wear property of Allah? The real question is he really a sleeper cell or is this an inside job? The people that control this world, they just started a religious war. Anything that's connected to religion, we know people would die for that, right? This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. I find it really weird that this whole war started right after Iran burned the statue of Baal. The word Baal literally means Lord or Master in ancient Semitic language. It's connected to storms, rain, fertility, and thunder. The people that so-called control this world.
Check out this thing. It's some kind of petrified witch found in a cave in Romania. First, why would you even go to Romania? And if you're there, why would you go in a cave looking for petrified witches? If I saw something like that, I'd be skedaddling. I'm not dealing with any demonic forces. Shabadoo bushkis, shabadoo.
I don't think they're supposed to come across that shit.
It's water, right? That's water. I think we got to do a long distance joint because to actually clink water, I feel like it's like considered.
You know something I don't know?
No, it's considered bad luck. It was a long time ago.
I've been doing it for a long time, so shit gonna change in my life. Tell me now.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it. Every
I don't
day.
even know. It's just one of the things I'm like, I'd rather not.
I ain't never heard that either. But
saying where the world is going. But the crazy thing is, y'all, it's not just coming for the factory workers. It's also coming for middle management as well, because Now AI robots, yes, they could do all of the physical labor, but now they're able to do the office work. They're able to make the phone calls. I'm not gonna lie, AI is truly insane because of how quickly it multiplies in knowledge and being able to just do things. And so essentially it's becoming better than humans. But understand that this is a ploy to bring a new world order.
Facts. And then a new money system. And then, you know, when y'all seen the videos of the money system. Remember that movie Time with Justin Timberlake? I feel like it's gonna be something like that. Social credit scores. Man, that shit gonna get ugly, bro. That shit gonna be ugly. People gonna be starving. Some people ain't gonna want to get that chip in their hand. So it's gonna be a whole lot of shit, bro. Hey, what's y'all thoughts? This for entertainment purposes. What I said ain't true. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts though.
Humanoid robot works a 10-hour shift 7 days a week. It's the first humanoid robot to work an actual job. It works inside the BMW factory building the new X3 car. And it's amazing. It's been working here for the last 6 months, and they've been testing it to see if they can expand it out to further factories and have this work full-time on an ongoing basis. And it looks like that's the plan. Now, other car manufacturers have showed a lot of interest. They're not saying which ones, but they're showing that this robot's quite good at learning. So as it learns something new, it doesn't auto-update, and every single one learns that one thing. And that's not just within this factory, that's worldwide. You could have one of these robots on one side of the world and another on the other side of the world, and if one of them learns something, the other one will instantly learn that. That's progress that will never end. They always update, they always learn, and they don't lose any of what they've learned. This is amazing, and people should be so worried about it, and it's not coming in 10 years or 15 years, it's right now.
That shit is beyond scary.
I just recorded a whole video about Swedish hospital in Inglewood, Colorado, and it magically disappeared from my phone. I was talking about how eerie it was. I actually trained here as a perioperative nurse intern back in 2014, spent about 6 weeks here. Definitely haunted. It's got a vibe. It's very creepy. It was a tuberculosis sanatorium for Swedish people. There's crows squawking right overhead, right as I said that. Also at Shock Trauma, there's a lot of crows around there. It's right next to Edgar Allan Poe's gravesite. And I just got the dizziest feeling. It's probably because there's a neurology clinic at the top of this hospital.
Let me see something. Look at this. Look at this. That's not noble fog, sir. This is not noble fog. A strong chemical taste and smell. The hell is this? What are they trying to do to us?
They still got the fog going? Damn. Damn. Thank God nobody was hurt. But I could have sworn, I don't know where I heard this from, but I could have sworn like, well, at least like when people be going on them safaris and stuff, I heard that them lions don't attack humans. That's what I heard. I don't know what was going on there. I don't know, but glad everybody's cool. But use this as experience. Learn from their lesson. Don't get that damn close. Don't get that damn close, bro.
Who this nigga beefing with? God dang, they tore this nigga shit up. They gotta stay away from this nigga. God dang, who could beefing with? They tore that nigga shit up. Hello.
Facts, bro. Stay away from him.
make sure to take your piercings out. They're not joking. This is the video they should show everyone before you use an MRI machine.
Y'all remember Final Destination, the new one? That happened.
Three, two, one. Oh.
Man, we taking this shit too damn far.
Okay, so not only did Ghislaine Maxwell's father publish all of the American textbooks we use, but he also created the peer review system. So if you don't think that's influence over our information, I'd love to debate, but this is my driver. And yeah, I think that did play a role in my miseducation. Oh.
The consequences from the latest Epstein files have officially begun. Lithuania has become the first country following the latest release to officially open an investigation into potential human. Over in Poland, their Prime Minister, Donald Tusk, he has now set up a new task force investigation into new evidence which suggests Epstein may have been linked to Russia's KGB in order to collect compromising information on the elites of the Western world. He said,
"This can only mean that they also possess compromising material against many leaders still active today."
We wish you luck with that one, Donald Tusk. Over in the UK, one of the biggest political scandals in decades is unfolding after police launched a criminal investigation into Lord Mandelson. This is following documents suggesting that not only did he potentially give Epstein sensitive government information in 2009, but also he allegedly received $75,000 from him in 3 separate 25,000 transactions in 2003 and 2004. Lord Mandelson, who also served as US ambassador last year, has now been forced to resign from the Labour Party and the House of Lords. In Slovakia, their national security advisor to the country's prime minister has now also been forced to resign after the files showed that he had a text exchange with Epstein saying that he would take the MI girl, to which Jeffrey responded with, "You can have them both, I'm not possessive," and they're sisters. Over in the United States, Bill and Hillary Clinton have finally agreed to testify on their dealings with Jeffrey Epstein after months of refusing. And to make it even more interesting, their spokesperson said they look forward to setting a precedent that applies to everyone, suggesting more people could be next. The NFL said that they are now looking into the New York Giants co-owner Steve Tisch after emails suggested that Epstein scouted women for him. In the UK, police are now looking into new allegations against Andrew and has now officially had to move out of the Royal Windsor Lodge. And speaking of Drew, British tabloids have also had headlines this week saying that his ex-wife and former royal fled the country amidst the Epstein scandal. She is now looking for a new home overseas. But the question is, will more real consequences follow, or will all of this become a big pile of nothing again?
I think considering they got money and our attention may not be as locked in as it should be all together with everyone in our class, everyone in the world, there's too many distractions and perspectives. I think that this shit's just gonna go to trash. I do. And I really hate to say that. That's my opinion. What's y'all thoughts? Cause shit still ain't stopped. And he still might be out there and his people in rings still running. Let me know your thoughts. Finish me. No, I said ain't true.
This ain't no laughing matter. I need all y'all to put on y'all masks. Where they don't want y'all to know is there are different strands of virus out here. That's killing us off. And it's a silent killer. I didn't know I had it. Cause I came to the hospital yesterday and they said I had pneumonia again. When I got here this morning, they said, Miss Parkman, the CDC is on the way to see you. We had to send out for the CDC. I say, what y'all calling the CDC for? Y'all, there is a strand of here. I am the first person in the United States. The news people have been here. This is not a joke, y'all. When I tell y'all this is not a joke. This is not a joke. These people told me I have a screen of that the public don't know about. Because our president has took us from the World Trade Organization and now the CDC is here trying to figure out what they can do to get me back together. My heart rate right now is 144. I'm on steroids and I'm on oxygen. This cracker don't care nothing about us. He don't care nothing about us. He tried to get rid of us with that. He tried to get rid of us with the. He got ice people.
Damn. Shit. Prayers.
Peace, Divine Original. Alright, y'all. So listen. I ran past a video the other day that I meant to put up, but I just put up this picture and also a decree of something that is really going on in this realm that we living in, right? Now, these so-called celebrities, they deal with a lot of negative frequencies, right? Not only negative frequencies, they keep their selves in a lower vibration or frequency. So with that being said, I need y'all to watch this video real quick before I even get to really tapping into this. Make sure y'all watch this video to the end, and also let me know how you feel about it in the comments.
He would take us to what he would call Oconus, outside of the continental US.
Alright, hold on. You were Puffy's blood boy?
From 2004 to 2014.
Don't think I'm stupid, but what's a blood boy?
So, when somebody parties too hard or isn't living right, they want a fresh blood in their system, right? I didn't drink, smoke weed, I didn't eat any pork, none of that. Diddy saw me, and he was like, yo, I got a job for you. He was like, I want that blood, and I was like, whoa. And he dropped 10 grand on the table.
10 large?
Yeah. He said, I want a pint of your blood right now.
So that was a one-off, or you
No, that was the beginning. I'm a universal donor. He thought I was special. He called me his lucky little blood boy. Every 3 months, he would fly me down to Miami. And this was the crazy part. He never actually wanted to do it on land. It wasn't legal at that time. Yeah. So we would get on a boat, and he would take us to what he would call Oconus, outside of the continental United States. Yeah. And on his yacht, he would just drain blood. And he would just drain me. Just drain me, dude. Look at him from 2004 to 2014 and tell me if he aged.
Yeah, facts. And he's aging now that he's in prison. He's not all of a sudden Father Time
caught up with him, you know what I mean? Yeah. For 9 years, the majority of Puffy was made up with my blood. With my blood. With my blood. With my...
So with that being said, there is a lot of these people that are doing this thing that young man said. Now, I don't know why they doing it. Like, you party too much. For what reason? Bro, this stuff is real. So I need y'all to let me know in the comments how y'all feel about these vampires. These vampires are real, y'all. And they can look just like you and me and other races that are around here. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this. You see the difference between then and now? Because he is dealing with his own blood. Not only that, they done came out with that, I think it's Ozempic or something, that weight loss shot thing. And then when you start to look at these people, you could tell they start to look anorexic because of these things are messing up their bodies. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this video. And stay safe out there. Alright? Peace.
Let's read another true and scary story. This one is called How Was My Father in Two Places at Once? First off, a little backstory on my dad. The man has so much character and color to him. Though he is mostly a chilled out grandpa at this point, when I was a kid he was a crazy person. He was an amazing father, honest to a fault, and had character made of stone. He apologized when he felt he was wrong, and he would sit and cry with you when things were eating away at your self-esteem. However, as much as I owe him my morality and compassion towards others, I also owe him my extremely demented and nothing is sacred sense of humor. The man got more joy from life in tormenting his children than anything else. We lived on my grandmother's farm in rural Tennessee, and when the power would go out, which happened a lot in our area, he would dare me to run to the mailbox and then lock me outside, at 10 o'clock at night when I'm about 10 years old. And he would laugh so hard I could hear him over my screams while I banged on the door from the outside, pleading to be let back in. He was the type of dad to wake you up in the morning by revving a chainsaw, change the clocks in the house to make you get ready for school at 2 a.m., and stand on the front porch in his tidy whities while you were getting on the bus in the morning and yell, "I love you, I'm gonna miss you so bad," in a voice that could only imply that he was suffering from severe brain damage. In other words, he was always looking for a way to scare you, embarrass you, or just make you have such a crazy, unexpected experience that you would be guaranteed to remember him forever. And it worked. I love that man. Now, that was needed for context, and this story takes place in my second to last year on my grandmother's farm. I was 17 and had been working a job in my small town stocking beer coolers and mopping floors at the local gas station. I was driving home from work in my little truck at about 10 p.m., and as I pulled into the driveway, my headlights shone up on the hill to my grandmother's house and panned down the hill to the edge of our single-wide mobile home. I stopped immediately. All four tires in the driveway, pointing straight to end of that straight stretch of gravel, I could see my dad. His old flatbed truck and my stepmother's minivan were parked pointing to the left at the base of our trailer. He was standing behind them, with his back to my headlights. Our chocolate lab, Cassie, sat at his feet, staring intently at him, paying no attention to the vehicle entering her territory, which was highly unlike her. I only stopped because it was so late and so unusual for my dad to be outside at this time. It was the middle of the week. He was usually passed out in his recliner wearing nothing but his underwear, with the History Channel quietly rambling on about the Civil War by this time. I slowly proceeded down the drive. Our driveway was about a half a football field in length, and as I drove slowly towards the bottom of the driveway, my dad began to walk, still with his back turned to me, and stepped behind the vehicles, the height of my stepmom's van fully concealing him. It took another 15 seconds from that point for me to reach the end of the driveway, and I pulled my truck in on the side of his flatbed, leaving me closest to the road. I grabbed my big gulp and got out of the truck. "Dad?" No response. "Dad?" Still nothing. Immediately, I got a bit creeped out. But then I thought to myself nearly as quick, this dude is trying to scare me again, and he must think I didn't see him. I got down on my knee and peered under the vehicles. His left boot, unmistakable. Cassie's back legs and butt right beside him, tail tucked between her legs. I hollered out, "You're doing a crappy job of hiding, Dad. I could see your boot sticking out from behind the tire of the van." I watched as his left boot slowly slid to the right until it was concealed behind the tire with the other. Still no response. I called for the dog. "Cassie!" She turned and literally scurried beneath the vehicles to get to me as if she was under heavy gunfire. She was whimpering when she got to me and acting very strange, as if she were terrified. She was acting how I would imagine a dog would act if they were constantly beat on, and I'd never seen her behave that way before. When she got to me, I placed my hand on her, and you could almost hear her breathe a sigh of relief. She was sticking to my legs like glue, and I was still down on one knee and a bit off balance. She nearly knocked me over. I pet her for a moment and then tried to comfort her, but she seemed like she was afraid of something. With her tail still tucked between her legs, she pushed herself in between my legs as I stood up. It was after seeing how timid and odd Cassie was acting that I decided that I may be misreading the situation and that I might need to get into the house. My dad was surely a prankster, but when he was caught, he was caught. He never drug things out once we caught on. He would come out and say something like, "I guess you kids ain't as gullible as you used to be. I'm gonna have to start stepping it up a notch." Dad didn't drink much, and he never got drunk really, but I couldn't think of what the root of this odd behavior could possibly be, and it really started to weird me out. I walked around the front of my truck and around the vehicles to walk over to him. Cassie began to panic and whimper loudly, still glued to the inside of my ankles, crouched to the gravel with her head darting back and forth wildly. I stopped in front of my truck. I stand there for another moment in silence, waiting for something, but not sure what, and then announce, "Well, I'm heading in. See you in a bit, weirdo." I turned to walk to the front porch, unconsciously building speed as I hit the first step. Cassie drops back and doesn't follow me onto the porch, but seems to sort of stand guard at the foot of the steps. Keys in hand, I'm already searching for the deadbolt key. Panic is building in my chest, but I'm not sure why. I hurriedly unlock the door and jump into the house, swing around and slam the door behind me, locking the deadbolt all in one fluid motion. From behind me, I hear a voice yell, "What the hell?" I spin around. My big gulp drops to the floor and explodes across the living room floor. There sits my dad, in his underwear, sitting up from a deep sleep in his recliner. I began to hyperventilate and yell through gasps of air that there was a man in the driveway hiding behind the van. "I thought he was you. I was talking to him, Dad." I nearly collapsed into the floor. Within 15 seconds, my dad is running out the back door of the house with the spotlight and handgun, still wearing nothing but his underwear. He was outside for what felt like forever. When he came in, he was pale as a sheet. He said there was definitely someone out there, but he couldn't see them. He could hear them running, but when he pointed the spotlight in the direction of the footsteps, there was no one there. Crazy thing is, our trailer sat at the front of a 150-acre cornfield, and it was off-season, so everything was tilled down to the dirt. There was nowhere for anyone to hide. It was a terrifying experience, and I know it's one that seems easy to explain. My brain really wants to tell me that I had just foiled a car thief or something, or maybe even stopped a possible home invasion. The thing is, though, my dad has an unmistakable posture and an even more unmistakable walk. I know those were his boots that I saw under the van. I also know that if he had somehow set all this up, I would have heard about it for years, because it would have been one of his favorite stories to tell, how he scared me so bad when I was 17, and how funny it would have been. He does tell people about this from time to time, but he always ends with the same detail. That it wasn't until he was outside running around in his underwear with a handgun that I realized that Cassie had been sleeping on the floor next to his recliner when I ran in the door. There is no way that a car thief has the exact same boots and posture as your dad, and there is a dog that the car thief has that is just like your lab, Cassie. That is actually insane. Insane. As always, if you guys have your own stories you'd like me to read, please message me, and I will see you in the next one.
She said, "Every time anybody mentions my name, all forms of money and abundance makes its way to me with ease, perfectly. So I let them be. They're free to speak." Ashe?
In a world full of hate, you get to have these experiences that I just experienced on my walk. Three little white girls are just playing kickball on the street, and one of them looks up and said, "Oh, she's so pretty." And her friend says, "Yeah, I wish I had pretty brown skin like her." And I just look over, I said, "You're still pretty. You're pretty with your light skin." And they, "Thank you." Yeah. Talk, y'all. These babies don't be caring. until y'all teach them to care, until y'all teach them to hate, until y'all teach them to feel like they're better than anybody else other than we're equal. Yeah.
So I just saw that lady's video where she made the video about Bad Bunny, how she went to his official page and how she had him blocked. And she's like, does anybody else have Bad Bunny blocked? There's no way I would have blocked him. I had no idea who he was until this whole Super Bowl thing. I just checked. I have him blocked too. There's no way. There's no way. I would have blocked Bad Bunny. Go to his official thing and see if y'all have him blocked. This is really weird. Why would TikTok do that? I'm telling you, it's this new massive buyout, this hostile takeover. They did that to him. I'm telling you, they did that to him. But yeah, check your stuff.
I just checked and they didn't have him blocked on mine.
Ohioans have 1.13% chance of being abducted by aliens. What the fuck? Now I'm from Ohio, live in Ohio, born and raised in Ohio. If you from Ohio, you been a for a dog. Cause what dog? What in the fuck? Now I know a lot of us done had them type of dreams, dog. I've had them type of dreams where you don't fucking know what's going on, dog. How do they even come up with a study like this? Make that shit make sense. How y'all know? Y'all know. Now, Ohio got a lot of shit going on in it. A lot of mythology of vampires, werewolves, Bigfoot, aliens, all types of shit. But 1.13% chance. How the f*** do y'all know that? How y'all know that? Cause I wanna know. Y'all got data? Y'all got data on y'all must got it if y'all came up with this shit. Cause that math don't math to me. You got another percentage of it. Where you get that from? Where you get that data from to have that? Huh? Man. Shit crazy as a
I need to take back something that I said in an old video. I do believe in the Pizzagate theory. Now, I did some digging, a lot of digging, and here's what I find extremely strange about the whole situation. First of all, why is it even called Pizzagate? Well, after Watergate, every scandal got gate afterwards, so it's really about the pizza, okay? And it's not even that pizza shows up in the files. That's not why I find it so strange. I find it strange that in 2016, when Pizzagate had reached the height of itself, right, a man from North Carolina named Edgar went to Washington, D.C. with a pow-pow, went to Comet Ping Pong Pizza, and just started blasting. Then, what's strange about that is everyone in the restaurant, workers and guests, all that, they got out safely. Great, wonderful. I'm glad no one got hurt. He went to a closet that was locked and just started blasting, destroyed the closet. What was inside that closet? The restaurant's computer system. All that gone. I find that strange. Find it even stranger that after doing a 4-year stint in prison for what he did at Comet Ping Pong Pizza, he gets out, and then in 2025, he is a passenger in a traffic stop. He gets into an altercation with the police officer he has pow-powed himself. He's no longer with us. Not to mention, this guy was an actor. Yeah, it's very strange.
Take my strong hand. Take my strong hand.
Remember this scene in Scary Movie 2? The actor Chris Elliott was hanging out of a window and says, "Take my strong hand. Take my strong." A lot of people remember this scene in the movie Scary Movie 2, but guess what? It didn't happen. Scene because the character that Chris Elliott was playing had a little hand. Hence, take my strong hand.
Take my hand. Ah, come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand. No, give me your other hand. Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough.
Many people remember this scene in the movie, and a lot of people say it was the funniest scene in the movie. That scene does not exist. Nope, it does not exist. Take my strong hand does not exist in this timeline. I'm misremembering, or they took this scene out for some reason. But here's the kicker. A fan of Chris Elliott went to a meet and greet, and guess what she brought? A little baby toy arm. And Chris Elliott signed it, and guess what it says? Juliet, take my strong hand. How would Chris Elliott's sign take my strong hand if it didn't exist? So what do you guys think? Do you think that they took this scene out of Scary Movie 2 and insisting on it never happened? Or did we all jump timelines and Scary Movie 2 was just way funnier in our old timeline? Let me know. It's us.
Travis Walton.
You met with him in person, right?
I did.
The fact that him and 5 of his buddies all saw this UFO or light thing, he's the one that got out. The big pulse. He fell down. They drove off. They came back. He's gone. Shows up 5 days later.
The premise alone is like a true crime story. The police interrogated these people because they thought they may have murdered him. And then he comes back with a story about being on a UFO.
Yeah.
And it's never really been debunked. It's interesting, even if it's a hoax. It seems like impossible to have pulled that off, really. Eventually, we met out in Snowflake, Arizona. He was like over an hour and a half late. For a minute there, we're like, he's just gonna flake. But then he pulls up, and I say this in the podcast, he sat in his truck for like over 10 minutes, no phone, just staring like what's going on. And the second he sat down, he was like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And I was like, I believe you.
So probably just building up the nerve to go into it again, maybe.
You could tell he wasn't jazzed about revisiting this.
Sure.
If this was like your big lie and becomes like your identity and your story, you would be chomping at the bit to tell it.
Yeah.
I do believe that at least Travis Walton believes that's exactly what happened to him. And I think something unexplainable did happen.
I want to hear more of that topic.
You mean it threw a rock at your window and broke your window, but you never actually saw a rock and you never actually saw exactly what this was, but you do believe that it may be a 5D being because of the shape. Humans are only able to perceive X, Y, and Z. So this, not being a human, is able to shift in between the dimensions, the timelines, past, present, future. It doesn't matter, but it does kind of have the risk of a body. Like, it does look like it has a body. It looks like it has legs. It looks like it could have a head. I don't really know. What do you think? Would you have gotten out of your car to record this? Would you want to shake its hand? I would definitely be getting out of the car. Rolling the window down is not enough, in my opinion. Whatever this little being is, it was up to no good. But it definitely looks cute. It looks like a lot of fun. Do you think this is a being at all? Do you think this is just an anomaly? What is this? The way it kind of lights up and shapeshifts, and it also affects the person's camera quality. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, but I found this video very interesting, and I had to share it with you, and I want to know what you think about it. It's kind of cute, right? They need to get out of the car. Oh, look at it. Don't drive away. Stay, stay. Oh my gosh.
Have y'all ever seen anything like that before? I haven't. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. I know some of y'all hate that part. I see the comments, man. I know. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every Smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you're watching ETV, whatever the case is. I wish it was Smooth 7. I love y'all, Collective. So I'll see everybody in the next one. Y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know